Hello and welcome to the 2013-2014 scoring training video. My name is Joey Mastrocola and I'm the scoring coordinator for the JAM Brands Judging and Scoring Department, and I will be discussing the ins and outs of our 2013-2014 scoring system. Let's start with the stunt and pyramid grids and score sheets. This score sheet is broken up into a few different categories: stunt body positions, stunt LDT difficulty, stunt quantity, co-ed stunt difficulty, pyramid structures, pyramid LDT difficulty, and stunt and pyramid techniques. There will also be an overall impression score designated for the stunts and pyramid score sheet. The stunt body position score can range from a 0.5 all the way to a maxed out score of a 2. In order to max out this score, a team must perform 3 different body positions by the majority of their stunt groups. These body positions are cumulative throughout the routine and must be held for at least 1 count. Each body position must also be performed at the appropriate level in order to receive credit. It is required that all level 1 and 2 teams perform a 2-legged stunt at the appropriate level, which will count as 1 body position. These teams will also need to perform 2 6. These body positions must be 3 different 1-legged body positions held at the extended level. LDT stands for load-ins, dismounts, and transitions. Your stunt difficulty score will be based off of the number of level-appropriate LDTs involved in your stunt sequence and also the difficulty of the actual skills. LDTs will be scored in specific ranges per the level you are competing in. These ranges consist of a low, mid, and high range. 1 to 2 LDT elements will score you in the low range, 3 to 4 will score you in the mid range, and 5 or more will score you in the high range. It is up to the judge's discretion on what score they want to award you within the appropriate range. In order to receive credit, the LDT must be performed by the majority of your stunt groups. Next will be stunt quantity. This score is determined by the amount of level-appropriate stunts put up in the air at one time in relation to the number of athletes performing on the floor. This chart demonstrates how many stunts are needed to be executed in order to receive the desired score. In order to max out this score, with a 10 out of 10, a team will need to put up the most amount of stunts possible based on the number of athletes on their team. The actual stunt must be level appropriate. Any entry, transition, or dismount involved with the stunt may help your LDT difficulty score, but will have no impact on your stunt quantity score. Your stunts need to hit for a minimum of 1 distinct count in order to receive credit. If a stunt falls and comes down early, it could affect this score negatively. The co-ed stunt score sheet only applies to teams competing in the senior co-ed divisions, levels 3 through 6. This score ranges from 0.5 all the way to a maxed out score of 2. This chart demonstrates the ways to achieve each possible point within the range. There is an assisted and unassisted variation for every point within the range, except for the highest range. In order to max out your score, you must perform an unassisted toss or walk into an unassisted extended single leg stunt. In order to receive credit for your co-ed stunt, it must be executed by 50% of the males on your team. If you have an odd number of males, we will round down. In an effort to ensure that true single-base stunts are rewarded by talented female athletes, we will now allow a limited number of female bases to be counted for the co-ed style stunt. Of the number of co-ed style stunts required, no more than 50% of that number may be based by a female. For example, if you have a team with 8 males, you are required to perform 4 co-ed style stunts. 50% of the number of stunts required is 2, which means 2 out of those 4 co-ed style stunts may be based by female athletes. We will now discuss the pyramid portion of the score sheet. The pyramid structure score can range from 0.5 all the way to a maxed out score of 2. In order to max out this score, a team must perform 3 different pyramid structures within the routine. For levels 1 and 2, these structures must be level appropriate. For levels 3 through 5, any 1-legged structure will count as level appropriate. For level 5 teams, it is required that one of your 3 structures must be an extended 1-legged stunt connected to another extended 1-legged stunt, also known as a paper doll styled structure. Pyramid structures are cumulative throughout your entire routine. Your pyramid LDT difficulty score is judged exactly the same as your stunt LDT difficulty score. 5 level appropriate LDTs will score you in the high range. The more you do after that, and the difficulty of your actual elements will be the deciding factor to where you will score within that range. The only difference is that pyramid LDTs do not have to be performed by the majority of the groups to receive credit. If one group involved in the pyramid performs a level-appropriate LDT, the team will receive credit towards their difficulty score. Pyramid LDTs are cumulative and can be repeated and still receive credit. LDTs that happen simultaneously will be counted as one element towards your score. Technique and overall impression will be scored using tens of points and can be awarded up to a total of 10 points. Judges should be looking for stunts and pyramids that demonstrate excellent body control, excellent flexibility, minor to no stunt or pyramid control issues, and nearly perfect execution throughout the entire routine. I will now be continuing on to discuss the ins and outs of our tumbling grids and score sheets. The tumbling score sheet is broken up into a few different categories: standing tumbling synchronization, standing and running tumbling difficulty, standing and running tumbling technique, and overall impression. Your standing tumbling synchronization score is a whole point category that ranges from 1 to 5 and will be based off of the section with the most level-appropriate standing tumbling passes thrown at the same exact time. In order to max out this score and receive a 5 out of 5, a team is required to have full squad minus 2 athletes participating. For example, if a level 2 team with 20 athletes performs a standing tumbling section consisting of 18 standing back handsprings at one time, they will max out their synchronization score with a 5 out of 5. The further away you get from full team participation, the lower your score will be. Please reference the synchronization portion of the grids for a breakdown of point values. The standing and running tumbling difficulty scores will be based on point ranges determined by the difficulty of the passes that are thrown by the majority of your teams. Level 1 through 3 will be scored on a 1-point range consisting of a low and a high end within each range. Level 1 ranges from 4 to 5, Level 2 ranges from 5 to 6, and Level 3 ranges from 6 to 7. The ranges in Level 4 and 5 have been expanded due to the fact that there is a much larger amount of level-appropriate tumbling skills available to choose from, some being more difficult than others. Level 4 will be scored on a 2-point range from 7 to 9, the standing tumbling range is broken up into 4 levels of difficulty, and the running tumbling range is broken up into 3 levels of difficulty. Level 5 standing and running tumbling will be scored on a 3-point range from 9 to 12. The standing tumbling range is broken up into 7 levels of difficulty. The running tumbling range is broken up into 1-point ranges with a low requirement and a high requirement for each point range. For all levels, in order to score within the desired range, the majority of a team must perform the skill set listed on the grid for that particular range. Standing and running tumbling passes are cumulative throughout the entire routine, and athletes can be recycled if needed to reach majority. For levels 4 and 5, there are basic combination passes and/or elite/specialty. Stepping out of a standing pass and continuing into a running pass will not be counted as a standing combination pass. If this is performed, a team will receive credit towards their standing tumbling score for the first portion of the pass, and credit towards their running tumbling score for the second portion of the pass. For all levels, the more tumbling passes you execute and the difficulty and variety of those tumbling passes will help the judge determine where they will score a team within a particular range. Technique and overall impression will be scored using tens of points and can be awarded up to a total of 10 points. Judges should be looking for tumbling that demonstrates excellent body control, proper technique, completed skills, and solid landings when scoring a team in these categories. And now, for the jumps, tosses, dance score sheet breakdown, here's Allie Stengel.
Thanks, Joey. I'm Allie Stengel, scoring director for the Epic Brands and partner with US Finals. I'm here today to talk to you about the jumps, tosses, and dance score sheet for this season. We are really excited for a new category on this score sheet. It's for routine choreography. We are looking to reward teams for innovative choreography, seamless transitions and flow, and unique skills. We are looking to award up to 2 points. This category will be based on tenths of points, so there'll be many opportunities to reward the teams truly deserving of these points. The next category is jumps. The degree of difficulty portion is a whole point category worth 5 to 10 points. To max this category in any level, we are looking for 3 connected advanced jumps plus 1 additional advanced jump in the routine, or 4 connected advanced jumps. Advanced jumps also includes front and side hurdlers, pike jumps, and toe touches. For technique and execution scores for jumps, it is also worth up to 10 points. However, tenths of points will be used in this category. Next is tosses. The degree of difficulty is scored on a 1-point range per level. It will be scored using tenths of points. To max out your score, we are looking for the most difficult toss per level, executed in one sequence by the maximum amount of groups per the number of athletes on the floor. We are also looking for 1 additional toss within the routine. This additional toss does not have to be level appropriate. Technique and execution for tosses is worth up to 10 points. It will also be scored using tenths of points. Toss participation is defined by majority, team, or squad. Majority is half plus 1 of your team. Team is defined as full team participation in tosses. And squad is the maximum number of tosses executed without front spots. Next up is dance. This category is worth up to 10 points. Tenths of points will be used. Dance will be scored by the discretion of the judge. We are looking for a combination of difficulty and technique and execution. Please refer to the grid for suggestions on how to score in the highest range.